welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I do plant videos, home decor, and DIY. So if that's something that you're into, hit the subscribe button down below, and I'd love to have you join my family here. So today I'm going to show you how I make my DIY macrame plant hangers. And if you've never done macrame before, don't worry, I'm going to show you. It's super easy. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Before we begin, I'm going to show you how to create the one single knot that you'll need to create this entire project. You'll need 4 cords, and we're going to label them A, B, C, and D. To start the knot, we're going to pick up string A, create a loop, and place that over strings B and C. Next, we're going to pick up string D and overlap that over the tail end of string A. And then last, we're going to tuck the bottom end of string D underneath strings B and C, and then pull it through the loop you created with string A. Pull it tight, and congratulations, you've created your first half knot. The second part of this is going to be in reverse. So we're going to start with string D, create a loop over strings B and C. Next, pick up string A and overlap the loop you created with string D. And then lastly, tuck the bottom end of string A underneath B and C and pull it through the loop you created with string D. Pull it tight, and you've created a square knot. That's all it is to it, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Now let's go over the supplies you'll need. First off, you'll need some type of macrame cord. The one I have here is 50 yards, and I got it from Hobby Lobby for $2.99. A measuring tape, a wood ring, a hook, and a good pair of scissors. To begin this project, you'll want to measure out 2 cords, each measuring in 1 meter in length. Once you have your first cord, cut that down to size, and you can use that cord to measure out the length of the second one. Set those 2 cords aside, and then you'll also want to measure out 8 cords, each measuring in 4.5 meters in length. All in all, you should end up with 10 cords total. Now pick up the 8 cords that you cut in 4.5 meters length each and insert those through your wooden ring. Pull them down until you have equal lengths on each side of the ring. Place your ring on your hook, and now we're ready to begin, and you should have 16 cords total. We're going to start off with a gathering knot. Pick up your 1 meter cord and hold that up to your ring, leaving about an inch of space at the top. Create a loop and place that loop into your fist along with the cords. Then use the tail end of that loop to wrap around all 8 cords and the loop that you just created. Make sure that you're holding this nice and tight, and you want to make sure that you're wrapping everything that you have in your fist. Continue wrapping until you have about 2 to 3 inches of wrapped cord in your hand. I believe I wrapped mine about 8 or 9 times, and once you reach the end, you want to take the end of that cord and place it through the loop that you created. Then pull the top string upward, and you'll notice that the loop disappears beneath your wrap. Congratulations, you've created a gathering knot. Use your scissors to cut off the tail ends at the top and also at the bottom of your gathering knot. Now we're ready to begin section 1. Count out 4 cords and then clip away the excess cords for now. We're using A, B, C, and D, and we're going to create a half knot. So again, starting with cord A, create a loop overlapping cords B and C. Pick up cord D and overlap the tail end of A. Tuck that behind B and C and pull it through the loop you created with cord A. Pull the knot tight and then you'll want to slide it all the way up to the top as tight as possible. Repeat these steps. Create a loop, overlap, tuck, and pull through. Slide it up to the top. Loop, overlap, tuck, pull through. Repeat this step 15 times to begin creating your first spiral. After you've completed about 5 knots, you will notice that the cord naturally begins to coil in a spiral shape, similar to a DNA chromosome. Once you completed all 15 knots, this is what your spiral should look like. Unclip your excess cords and then count out your next 4 to begin your next spiral. Clip away your excess cords and you'll begin your second spiral. Repeat the steps that you just did for the half knots 15 more times, and you'll also want to repeat this step as well for your remaining 8 cords. Now that you've completed section 1, we're ready to begin section 2. Take 2 adjacent spirals and pick out 2 cords from each spiral. Clip away the excess. For this section, we'll be creating 4 square knots. You'll want to slide down about 4.5 inches from the bottom of your 4 spirals. Once you've created your first half knot, slide that up to the 4.5 inch mark and reverse the steps to complete the square knot. Once you've completed your first 2 square knots, this part is optional. I'm going to be a little bit extra and add some pizzazz to my plant hanger by spicing it up with some beads. Slide your bead up cords B and C, and then we're going to finish off this section 2 with 2 more square knots. So again, create your loop, overlap, tuck, and pull through. Now in reverse. Create your loop, overlap, tuck, and pull through. Once you've completed your last square knot, you're now done with section 2. You'll repeat this process for the next 3 spirals. Once you've completed your first 2, flip your wood ring over to make it easier for you to access the last 2 sections. Again, grabbing 2 cords each from 2 adjacent spirals and completing 4 square knots with a bead in the middle. For section 3, we'll be creating 4 more spiral sets. So to begin, you'll grab 2 cords from 2 adjacent bead sections and create a half knot. You'll want to create this half knot about 4.5 inches below your last square knot. Repeat this half knot 20 times to complete your spiral. Once you've created your 4 spirals, we're ready to move on to the last section, section 4. And for this section, we'll just be creating 2 simple square knots. So again, take 2 strings from 2 adjacent spirals, clip away the excess, and then just create 2 simple square knots. And again, y'all, loop, overlap, tuck, and pull through. Slide this half knot about 3 inches below the last spiral, and then reverse the steps. Loop, overlap, tuck, and pull through. You've done your first square knot. Repeat this 2 more times to complete section 4. Once you completed the first set of square knots, you're going to repeat this for the next 3 spirals. So again, grab 2 cords from 2 adjacent spirals and clip away the excess. Repeat these steps to create your next 3 square knots. Once you completed the first 2 square knots, this is how your pattern should look. Congratulations, we've completed all 4 sections. Now we're ready to finish off our plant hanger. We're going to finish this off by creating another gathering knot just as we did in the beginning. So take your last 1 meter cord, create a loop in your fist, wrap all 8 cords including the rope just as you did in the beginning. Once you've wrapped about 2 to 3 inches, take the tail end of the cord that you're using to wrap and place that through the loop that you created. Pull upward on the cord that you have at the top and you'll see your loop disappear below your wrap cord. Trim off the cord at the top and then also trim your remaining bottom cords to your desired length. And here it is, the finished project. Congratulations, you have just successfully created your very own DIY macrame plant hanger. Last but not least, you'll want to take any pot of your choice and set that into your plant hanger. Isn't this gorgeous, guys? And y'all, this DIY plant hanger only cost me $6 to make. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this easy DIY tutorial. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.